What do you say to the haters and doubters who talk shit about you online? Tell us your relationship with failure.
If you don't have hate, that means nobody's following you.
What advice would you give to the younger generation who are known as the TikTok generation, the Gen Zs, who watch your videos, who think everything that, obviously you're a successful entrepreneur, multi-millionaire, Tai Lopez, that you didn't become Tai Lopez overnight, right?
No.
It was a process, the struggle. Everybody sees your success, but not the struggle. What advice would you give to those people who are aspiring young entrepreneurs out there all over the world? Have you ever been broke?
Oh, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. I graduated high school in a mobile home, man. I grew up, my best friends were in mobile home parks. So my dad was in prison when I was born. Yeah. Oh, yeah. After that, I lived on an Amish farm for 2.5 years with no toilet, indoor, and no electricity. So I've lived 4 years of my life with an outhouse.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Tai, tell us your relationship with failure.
Failure. I like what Tony Robbins said. It changed my life. When I was 19, I was kind of depressed. My grandma gave me this book, Awaken the Giant Within. He said, when you succeed, you party. But when you fail, you ponder. And all greatness comes out of pondering. So actually, pretty much for 99% of Earth, you don't get rich until something fucked up happens. That's why the average millionaires had their 2 first businesses fail.
Wow.
So pretty much life is a perseverance game more than just pure IQ. Now, if you want to make $1 billion, you need IQ too. But to be worth $1 to $10 million is a pure perseverance game. I can take an average person off the street, get him to $1 to $10 million net worth. I just have to tell him, you're going to have to embrace failure and get excited. It's like a checklist. You go, all right, if I check this thing, about 12, any person on the 12th try will get rich. Some people on the first try, second. The dumber you are, even the dumbest person, by the 12th business idea they have, that's the one that'll make the money. But I read a study that the average person, 70% of people give up after one failure. And about 90% of people have given up by the second failure. And also only 10% of people stick with things after 3 failures. And so 10% of the world owns 90% of the rest of the world. That's the 10% that's high in perseverance. So build that character. That's the personality trait. I see people making money who are annoying, who are rude, who are introverted, who are extroverted, who are super high IQ, who are average IQ, and some are a little dumb. Okay, I got a guy in my private client. I won't say who it was. He's not here. I met him in person. He's worth about $8 million in real estate. And I was like, this guy's just below average IQ. But the dude is a machine of never giving up. So a lot of men are too emotional, so they internalize their failure. Just try to be like this kind of guy. Like, I think Elon Musk said it best. Failure is irrelevant unless it's catastrophic. So that's why I get people being like, I'm going to kill myself. I'm like, that will be the ultimate fuck up because then it's game over. Wow. Many people have thought of committing suicide and then ended up getting rich. And they're like, fuck, thank God I didn't kill myself. So failure is pretty much irrelevant unless you end up in life in prison or you kill yourself. Besides that, you can recover from almost anything. So yeah, perseverance is, if you have kids and you could give them like a superhero shot in the arm, start with resilience and perseverance. Then add looks and IQ and all that.
Absolutely. Phenomenal. Thank you so much. What advice would you give to the younger generation who are known as the TikTok generation, the Gen Zs, who watch your videos, who think everything that, obviously you're a successful entrepreneur, multi-millionaire, Tai Lopez, that you didn't become Tai Lopez overnight, right? It was a process, the struggle. Everybody sees your success, but not the struggle. What advice would you give to those people who are aspiring young entrepreneurs out there all over the world?
Well, there's something called the 10 dark years. And most people went through 10 years of being dark. People, they weren't famous. People didn't know them. People doubted them. Family members thought you were weird. Some people, you'll never have 0 dark years. No, I've never met a dude. My next door neighbor in Hollywood Hills, won $1 billion from the lottery. Wow. Maybe that's the one guy that had no struggle to become a billionaire. He just fucking bought a ticket.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I used to be next door neighbors with Russell Brand and now they're the billionaire guy lives there. But everybody else who makes money goes through 1 to 10 dark years, sometimes 20. I have a friend who sold his company. He records this guy. He sold a poker business for $4.8 billion. And he told me, Tai, yeah, this is a big baller boy. He got big jets, multiple yachts, all this. But he's like, I sat in a chair for 15 years. Basically, nobody knew who I was, and I wasn't sure I was going to get rich. So he had 15 years.
Wow.
But a lot of people, he got paid $4.8 million in cash. He gave $800 million to his dad, and he kept $400. That's $4,000 million. So most people sit in a chair for 15 years and never make any money. You might as well become an entrepreneur. Go through your dark years. Some of you will pull it off in a couple of years. Some of you will take 15. But it pretty much always works. As long as you don't die. Don't die.
Normally, I don't ask this question, but since you're such a big personality and you're out there, what do you say to the haters and doubters who talk shit about you online? Does that affect you? How do you go about taking that? And what advice would you give to the younger generation who focus on the comments versus creating content?
Like, I'll tell you this. I took a couple of years off from my personal brand for like 2 years. I get no hate. So basically, when you disappear, nobody hates you, but you ain't making fucking money.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
You want about 20% hate, by the way, which will feel like, because haters are loud, that'll be about 40% of your comments should be people disagreeing with you. Most of the algorithm goes off controversy now. So that's why the Kardashians make up controversy shit. They'll call like a PR agent, hey, Kim's going to be at Maestro's restaurant. And when she gets there, she acts like she didn't want them there. Oh, don't film me. She called them there.
Yeah.
But she's creating a little controversy so that people... So
did you hear the latest about Luka Doncic? Yeah. Somebody created a fake meme.
Oh, yes, I saw that.
Yeah.
But you know what? The Kardashians are laughing all the way to the bank. They have huge hate. I was at the Lakers game one time. 18,000. They flipped the camera to Kim Kardashian. It's like 2014. 18,000 people booed. Okay? But I did the math on how much money she made that day, and it was like $1,000 a boo. So if you knew you made $1,000 a boo, you're like, yo, bro, can you fucking hate on me, please? I get another 1,000. So I look at.
I love it. One final thought from the king of content himself to the viewers, and obviously we don't need to plug your Instagram, your social, you're everywhere. So I usually ask people to do that, but we will go ahead and leave our viewers with one final thought that they can take away in 2025 to build their brand and crush it on social media.
I would say right now, to get big on social media, there's 127 million influencers. So it's a thick market. When I started in 2009, there was like 5 guys doing business. Now there's 10,000. So you're going to have, I tell people, find something controversial that you actually believe and build the brand at the beginning off that. I was doing a talk in LA and I said that, and there was a girl in the front audience. She's like, I've been trying to build my personal brand and I get no traction. Like I said, what's something you believe, truly believe, not fake, that's controversial? And she goes, well, 3 times in my life, Jesus Christ has come into my room at night and talked to me. I said, shoot that fucking video. She shoots the video, it gets 1 million views because people are like, it's kind of crazy. But you know what? Lots of people think they talk to Jesus. So she gets a whole audience who's like, I love this lady. By the way, she meant Jesus physically came into the room. And then all the people who hate forward it to their friends. The algo looks at forwards. So you either get forwarded because your content is super exciting or super controversial. Controversy is easier to build, but you gotta have thick skin. So for those of you who don't have thick skin, learn to build a faceless YouTube channel. So if you gotta go to put a mask on.
Or if you ugly, I tell people all the time, you not ugly, you just broke. That's right. That's all it is.
Hey, remember, there's only 2 kinds of men over 30. There's no more handsome men. There's poor men and rich men. That's it. When you're under 30, you get by with your six pack. Once you hit 40, there ain't no woman just looking at, oh, this guy's best looking guy I've ever seen. No. Poor guys and rich guys.
I love it.
Go to TaiLopez.com.
There you go.
I've got a big networking party I do a couple times a year. That's a good one. I've got a private client program. And I've got my 67 steps is basically the most watched self-help course online. So I just rolled out the new 67 steps. So
go and buy that right now. Thank you so much, brother.
I appreciate
you. You inspired me.
You got quite a watch on here.
Sir.
You need security.
Sir.
This is Vegas. This is Vegas. How much is the watch?
We're going to go undisclosed. You can afford it. There we go. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you.